everyone. We all are here for the seventh episode of our Industrial Connect series. Today, we have a very special guest who will share with us his journey of building a world-class video conferencing platform and becoming the official video conferencing solution of the Government of India. With absolute pleasure, I welcome Mr. Joy Sebastian, co-founder and CEO of Techgentsia Software. Welcome,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
To
Yeah.
introduce the speaker, I welcome Mr. Anand, General Manager and Head of Product with Trinity Skillworks. Welcome, sir, to the session. Last but not the least, I welcome all the ambitious young professionals present here today and those watching the live stream on YouTube. Let's make this an interactive session. Also, students, please note a Google form will be shared in the chat box at the end of the session. You will have to fill in the Google form to receive your certificate of participation. Over to you, Anand, sir.
Thank you, Purnima. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. So to all the participants, a very good evening. It is for me, really a pleasure to get this opportunity to introduce Mr. Joy Sebastian. So he has been a source of inspiration to me. Many of my team members also, we have been watching the growth of the company. So you might all be familiar, but as a formal introduction, I think I should do this. Mr. Joy Sebastian is the CEO and co-founder of Techgentsia. So the claim to fame for this company is, when during the time of COVID and when everyone went online, the government of India noted that it was mostly all foreign companies which were running these video conferencing software. So why can't India have its own? So that was what the government of India was asking, and the government of India came out with a challenge to the Indian companies to come up with homegrown solutions. So I think some 2,000 companies or so had applied, and out of that, Techgentsia came out as the winner. So after winning it, Techgentsia, the vConsole platform is currently being used by the government of India, as well as a lot of our government agencies, military agencies, courts, state governments, a lot of government agencies, and now increasingly companies from India as well as from across the world have started using this platform. So it really is a matter of pride and inspiration for all of us that a company from Kerala, and in a place like Cherthala, which is not usual hub for a software startup. So to come and make these kind of achievements. So so that is what we have to learn from this company. And sir, one request to you, while you do this, what I think a lot of the students here would be interested to understand might be, what I felt, how you were able to groom people from normal backgrounds, and I have heard you speak about it before, and how you were able to groom them and build a world-class software with local talent, and how you also made them into that kind of world-class talent. So that would be a story I think all the participants student today should listen to. So with that, I think I should end my introduction. So thank you for turning up today, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Anand. It was a nice introduction. I think I actually thank you for introducing me nicely and my product. So thank you.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. So for all of your benefit, you also get the opportunity to experience the platform also today. So I
Okay,
think,
okay, okay. That is
yeah,
that is one thing important right now. You are on the platform which we developed, and that is what I think Meena actually asked me whether we can use the platform for the meeting. So I told them why not. We can use it and we can experience the same thing. Then I don't need to explain much about the platform. I can just go through my experiences and exposure on the technology. So can I start right now?
yes, sir.
Okay. Maybe in between I will get interrupted because I will get out of the car in 2-3 minutes. But I am
Yeah,
starting right now. Then we will.
yeah.
I have the introductory note. Then we can have the continuation. Maybe after I getting out of the car. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the
And
patience.
sir, also, what better way to introduce somebody who enables remote working than like this.
It is usual to me because this is the way I do things. So always. So, but
Yeah.
in formal meetings, I don't use this kind of
Yeah.
a. So let me start. Thank you everyone who is uh, listening to me, and of course, thank you Meena for giving me an opportunity to talk to you on. And I actually met Meena in a startup event. I think 2-3 weeks back in Trivandrum, and the same day Meena came to me and asked me whether you can give me a lecture to the kids and the students we have. So I told her it was planned 22nd, but I think due to my irresponsive behavior towards their emails, actually it got delayed 2 days, and 24th actually today it happened. But okay, let me tell my story first. Then you will get an idea how it happened. And I am a postgraduate in computer applications actually, and it was in 1999. I came out of the college. I done my post graduation in TKM College of Engineering, Kollam, and after that I joined a product company. That is where the trick starts. Actually, at that period of time, even though India became a software hub, there were not much product companies available in India, and I was very fortunate to join a product company because it was very less companies which is doing some product, and every other companies. If we look at the likes of Infosys, TCS, Wipro, everyone were doing service kind of a business. And this company where I was fortunate to join was a product company. And if you company to our company to test our capabilities, and we were making a Java Bluetooth stack, Java based Bluetooth stack, which can handle the audio profile, what you are using regularly today for the headphones. So that is in 2000. If you look at the period I am talking about, some of them uh, maybe babies at that period. Some of us. So that is what made me actually. And in 2005, what happened was this company got into financial crisis. Financial crisis in the sense it couldn't uh, it couldn't actually survive the product companies always have that kind of an issue if you don't have enough financial support from the investors and all. So they made into financial crunch, and they closed in 2006. What happened after that was I actually uh, is a kind of a uh, homesick guy. So I don't want to pursue my career in Bangalore or any other place. I do want to uh, uh, get in get into Alleppey itself, and so I tried to do some work from home kind of a stuff for some companies. Actually, in 2005, I made some consulting for one of the voice over IP company, and also some of just a minute. Rod is blocked, and I'm actually driving and handling my video. You know, so so that's the problem. Um, one second. So sorry for that. Actually, what happened was, um, while I was doing some consulting work from home, this employer, my first employer, his company was in US. He actually called me up and told me to start something for them, a kind of a R&D in video conferencing. Uh, Before I tell you video conferencing, I told you I was working on an audio conferencing platform before that. And by 2005, it became a video conferencing platform. And they actually asked me to continue the development and research on this platform. But it was not possible for me to continue as a uh, individual work. So I started a company. If you consider my journey, it is a kind of accidental entrepreneurship, not like the startups that is. So give me 1 minute. I will continue from my laptop, and till then, please excuse me. Okay, thank you. Go, Anand. Please enter me when I log in from the laptop. I was using my phone till now. I will be joining from laptop. I will be coming to the waiting room. That is why I asked you. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So all the others who are there over here on the platform, can you also let us know which college and what courses you're doing while we wait for Mr. Joy Sebastian to join back? Nobody wants to share, is it? Yes, Akshay. All right. Have you, Ludmata? Akshay, have you finished your course pursuing? Second year, okay. Thanks. Midhun. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Somebody is from Mala Kaltumkara. Lokesh from Coimbatore, data science.
I'm
Hello.
back. Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you for your patience again. I'm back. So I told you, the company actually was my first employer who actually want to continue my research and development in video conferencing in 2007. That's how I started a company in 2009, which was an accidental thing. I'm not so enterprising. I was not so enterprising, and I was not so passion towards startups and all. I was just I told you, I was a homesick guy who want to pursue my career silently. So, but I'm actually pressurized from my first employer to start a company towards developing a video conferencing tool. And what we were doing was, if you look at the history of, as you are all from the tech field and engineering field, I would like to introduce the video conferencing technology a bit here, because that will help you. If you consider the video conferencing domain, it was there till 2000, the internet based video conferencing, but it was not the one what we are seeing right now. It is not, you are not able to join a video conferencing from a PC in 2000. But there were devices which is configured, actually designed for video conferencing, which was being used in the higher levels, higher officials like prime minister talking to chief ministers. Back in 2000 also, they were using the video conferencing technology. And but it was very costly in the sense, it may be in the uh, terms of millions. Maybe once 100 people video conferencing system may cost you $1 million. So that kind of costly it was, and it was not affordable for us people. But the problem with this kind of video conferencing was, it was actually designed by hardware technology, and the servers, the room devices, everything was designed using chips that is specifically designed for video conferencing. That is how the price went very high. And there were only 2 3 companies which were doing this capabilities, which were having these capabilities, and which was, one of them was Polycom, which is always there right now also. You can see the Polycom devices inside boardrooms. If you look at the boardrooms of enterprises, corporates, you can see the device there. You can also see it in collectorates if you go there. And it was a news post pre-COVID. Whenever CM do a video conferencing with collectors, it will be a one column news in the newspaper, because it was a rare commodity earlier. But during the pandemic period, what happened was, everyone became, even though Zoom was there in 2011, people are not using it because we don't need it actually. We were able to handle our conferences or whatever things with Hangout. Google made a product called Hangout. Google made another product called Duo before COVID. Google made some other Google Chat or something like that, Google Talk. Some tool was there which was able to handle 2 3 people at a time. And Zoom was the guys came up with a multi-party video conferencing with 100 people, that kind of a number. And it, even though they have the capacity to do 100 people video conferencing, people were not using it actually, because in pre-COVID period we don't have a webinar like this. If you want to meet me, you will call me up physically, and you will gather together in a hall and have a meeting. That is what happened. And during the COVID period, what happened was, everyone started going online. Even though Zoom have 100 people conferences, people started demanding more. Now they have 1,000 people conference rooms. Google also made up something up to 250 right now. And of course, this is all done through, earlier it was done through a binary kind of a protocol, which is very difficult to understand and which is very difficult to manage. If you know what binary protocol is all about, each bit and byte you need to go there and see what is inside. in the binary protocols. Then came during 2007 a text-based protocol which can be read by human being. A text-based protocol came that was called SIP, which made some kind of a difference in the video conferencing domain. But all these devices, what I talked about, the Prime Minister's device, the Chief Minister's device, everything was under this binary protocol called H.323. And these devices are still in place. Every government office have this device. Every colleges may have this one of that kind device. You can see it in the boardroom. And these devices communicate using a binary protocol. And these devices communicate to a server, which is very costly. What we were trying to do in the 2009, starting from 2009, was we were trying to mimic that particular hardware device to make it a software driven one. The whole hardware should be changed to software, which was an impossible task till 2011 actually, because the processors were not capable of handling this kind of a video. Now, if you look at vConsole's video, it is a 720p video that is coming to you. And you all are in a single video which is stitched. If you look at the technology differences there, I will tell you what is the difference. All the videos you are seeing right now is collected to a server and it is stitched on the server in real time and give it back as a single video to you. That technology is called the MCU, mixing technology in the video conferencing terminology. What Zoom is doing is a bit different. What Zoom and Google Meet doing is they will collect each and every video from individual participants. They will forward it one by one. This is a single video coming to you. In Zoom, you will get multiple videos from the server for each participant. That is where the trick and difference between Zoom and our technology. What you will get is the end result will feel the same, but you will get a quality immersive experience in vConsole than Google Meet and all. It was only possible earlier through hardware, because if you look at the video technology, you need to collect all the videos in real time from the clients, then collect it on the server, then stitch it together, then pump it back to the clients. Everything should happen in 50 milliseconds time. Otherwise, you will feel the difference. You don't have the real time. You may have felt it earlier, because if you look at Google and someone started speaking, you will get a feeling that nothing is happening there. But after some time, the audio will come, and you can see that in all news channels. When you have the debates happening, you can feel the anger. Just talk something and wait for some time, say for 2-3 seconds, so you get it heard by the other participants. Then they will start talking. Everything together, there will be 5-6 seconds delay. That means you will feel irritated if you look at it. That is where we did a trick. We made everything happen on the server, collect it together, make it a single video, give it back to you without your video. That is what is happening. You know what all things happening here. I don't want to go into the minutest details, but I will tell you something. Video is a kind of one of the most costly data. Costly data in the sense the size of data is very high on the video. That is coming through internet right now. Whatever data you have, audio, video, text, images, if you compare everything, video is the costliest data that is going through internet right now. And your video may take 2-3 Mbps, megabits per second to push it to the server. And then this video, always this video is not a raw video. It is on the client side, the video is getting encoded, compressed, that means compressed, and that compressed video is pushed to the server. There, that compressed video need to decompress, then make a new video with all the participants, then again compress it, then send it back to the client. Everything should happen in 50 milliseconds. That is 1/20th of a second. Otherwise, you will feel irritated. That is what video conferencing is all about. And this was happened earlier through designed fabricated graphics chips. That is where we were researching whether we were able to replace that chip based technology with a pure software based one. That is what we achieved in around 2013 after starting my company in 2009. So you were wondering how we survived till then, because nobody will pay for the research. We need to pay for that. So how it was happened was, I told the first employer who was ready to purchase this technology, even if you can make it two people able to communicate through this technology using simple video conferencing. So that is what happened. He actually started pumping money to give the R&D support, and till 2013 we don't have any other client. But during this period we were making footprints on the internet, especially in the open source domain, where this research is happening. Others are also doing the research at the same time. We were contributing to the open source community about what we are learning every day, what we are researching every day, what we are finding out, how to fine tune the technology. So by 2013 we announced we were able to grab this video from at least 10 participants in a conference, make it mix together, send it back on a small box, Linux box. The server has a small Linux box. That announcement on internet, the open source communities, made us noticed by some of the video conferencing service providers in US and Europe. They were actually searching for some solution, because if they need to run their show, they need to purchase all the hardware. We were announcing something that can be replaced with a small software. So people got noticed this. They started coming as clients. That is how we started getting revenue out of the product. I would not say it is a product. It is a technology. It was a technology. It became a product only in 2020. We built the technology and we actually white labeled the technology for other companies. We didn't make a product till 2020. The white labeled product were being sold by other companies. One of the premium client we had was from Norway. Their name was Easy Meeting, and they were selling our product, our technology as their product, and white labeling it and selling it in Nordic countries. Another product, my first employer also made a product out of it, and they sold it to US market. So that is how we got revenue out of the product. I wouldn't say product, I would say technology. Till 2020, there was no client from India, actually. There was none, because they are not believing us. I went to everyone. I went to because in India, what happening was, no enterprise customers, no private companies were purchasing video conferencing. They were all using either Google Meet or whatever, Zoom or Webex or whatever it is. And it is all subscription based. Our technology, I told you, it's a bit different. We were focusing to accommodate all the legacy video conferencing devices in the boardroom. Our technology was not just trying to build a new platform based on PC and mobile based technology. We were trying to incorporate all the legacy devices in the platform. Legacy means, I told you, Prime Minister using a video conferencing device inside his boardroom. That also can be accommodated in our platform. It was not the same with Zoom. And all the government tenders, if you look at the government tenders on video conferencing, they were asking for the same thing because they want to support the old devices. They need technology that support all the devices because billions of dollars already invested into that technology. Government cannot just take it away and just go to the new platforms. And those platforms, new platforms, what we were talking about, Zoom and Google Meet, doesn't give this kind of immersive video conferencing experience anytime. If you look at, because it is purely due to the technology difference. I will come to that point. And I was trying to pitch my product to the government when they float a tender, but they won't believe my technology. They told me it is not possible at all with software. We only need hardware. You only need hardware technology. You don't need to come here. So it was the case till 2020. I couldn't sell for 1 rupee in India the product. In 2020, what happened actually, Anand told you, Government of India announced a challenge only because government was skeptical about the video conferencing platforms that is being run on cloud platforms, because they were a bit afraid to have the secure meetings where secure discussions happening between the higher officials to be done on cloud-based video conference. So government wanted a solution that is run inside government premises, which have the capabilities as similar as what cloud services provided by other giants. And of course, there were rumors around Zoom. You all heard about it because it is a Chinese company. India won't believe in that technology, and even India government given some communique to the government officials saying that you don't use Zoom. You don't use Zoom. Sometime I heard about it, and that is government was skeptical about it because, but you all knew it is not a Chinese product. It is an American product altogether, and the company is from America, and of course that guy who is the founder of Zoom actually have a Chinese connection. He is actually born in China but brought up in US, and he's a citizen of US actually. And that is what happened. Government of India wanted indigenous homegrown solution. They announced it. You know, when the COVID was pandemic was spreading, everyone started going to online, and every Indian companies, the giants, I remember those days, Tech Mahindra was there, HCL was there, Zoho Corporation was there. They were all sensing an opportunity to make an Indian product, because everyone sends a new opportunity, they will try it out. So they thought this is an opportunity. If we win the challenge, the companies win the challenge, they will become India Zoom. So that is what they sensed, and they all participated in the challenge. Around 2000 companies, I remember those days. 2000 companies. If you take the number correctly, it is 1983 companies participated in that particular challenge. And I was also, as I told you, I was a bit skeptical to go for the challenge. Even though we had the technology, we have the knowledge, exposure, experience in the technology, I was a bit skeptical about it because my experience with the government projects was not so good earlier, because I tried to sell this product to government officials, but it was not a possible thing then. So I was thinking not to go, just to focus our technology, because COVID time our clients also started demanding more things. Our existing clients also started demanding more. The video conferencing became everywhere, even telemedicine, COVID patient handling, everything they need video conferencing. So everyone started telling me to customize our technology to provide to every options, our existing clients. So I do need to entertain them rather than going for a challenge and getting $150,000. So I thought I should didn't go, but my friends actually persuaded me. This is a chance. You just send him a proposal. Send them a proposal. Whether they take it or not, you just leave it. Just send a proposal. That is where I sent the proposal and waited for their reply. And I heard around 2,000 companies are participants. I thought, uh, why Techgentsia? They need to select why they need to select Techgentsia from these 2,000 companies, because there is a three-stage process. The first stage is selecting 10 companies for the prototype. From 2,000, they need to select 10. And I heard Soho is there, Tech Mahindra is there, HCL is there. If you look at the list, you can see at least 50 giant companies from India. So why they select Techgentsia? But my thought was wrong. My sense was wrong in that they actually go through all the proposals. My proposal was 300 pages. So my thought was 300 into 2000. How many pages they do read? So I just left my. I don't have any hope, but all of a sudden I got an email from them. Your proposal seems to be good. You need to present it before a jury. There will be 25-member jury. You need to present. It was on Zoom actually, because it was COVID. And I presented the proposal. And what was the difference between my earlier experience with the government and this one was a bit entirely different, because they actually gone through the proposal and their first question was, you started in 2009 and you made the technology, you are providing technology and white labeled solutions to government of other parts of the world. Why don't you have a product yet? I told them I tried to make a product here, but it was not a success. And before that question made me think. And the second questions about the technology side, how you made this, how you gone through this period, and the different protocols and all. It was intelligent and thoroughly professional jury interview I had. And when I came out of the jury interview, I told my team, especially my CTO, we are going to be into the competition, because they are asking genuine, real questions about video conferencing. I didn't heard about it earlier from anywhere in India. Genuine questions were not asked. Whenever I present my technology, they will tell whether it is possible from Cherthala. Whether this technology is possible from Cherthala, they were all skeptical and they were all having doubts. They were raising their eyebrows. Is it possible? So then the story, we made the prototype, and the prototype, that is where we are. The prototype, then the product. Now it is fifth or sixth iteration product you are seeing what we consult right now, which product we are right now on. This product gone through a lot of iteration. When the award was, the final product was presented to the award committee, it was able to handle 25 active participants in a meeting. Now the new version, even though this version have 100 limited capacity, the new version is coming with 250 active participants capacity plus 500 passive participants capacity in a single meeting. That is going to be 750 in a meeting, with the capability to live stream it to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And you can reach out to millions using this technology on webinar area. So that is where. And after the award, what happened was, government of India actually white labeled our solution. This vConsole is not being known to, I mean,
not familiar to Government of India, but they are familiar with Bharat VC, which is the brand name for vConsole there, Bharat VC, which is a proud moment for us because you heard about what start with Bharat. It is Government of India's own product, and it is being used now. If you look at the statistics, every day around 5,000 to 7,000 meetings are happening for the Government of India. We are serving that, and now around last month only, it was 3 million meeting minutes happened on our product. So they are now, it is around, they can only support around 100 people meetings to I mean 100 people active meetings with 10 to 12 meetings at a time. That is the infrastructure they have right now, but they are now building it to around 10 times capacity in the coming months. And now it is not only Bharat VC, they have a you maybe you may not be aware of it. They have a WhatsApp alternative for Government of India officials that is called Sandesh. And in that Sandesh app, our video conferencing is the multi-party video conferencing platform. Whether they in the Sandesh app, if they start video conferencing, it will be our platform. And now it is being looked for integrating with the e-court system that is actually driven by Supreme Court of India for the virtual meetings, virtual court hearings. That is also vConsole is a first contender for that particular integration. And after that, we also got an order from High Court of Kerala because they were suffering from Zoom and Google Meet. You know, because the number limitation, they have a problem. If you look at the scenario when the kind of a what do you call the cases with cases with some kind of a political or some kind of a what do you call it some kind of a public interest. In that cases, when they announced the case number over Zoom, what was happening is 100 people will join before the judge joining in the meeting. That was what is happening in High Court of Kerala. And judge cannot join, and the advocate that is intended to join in the call, that is the trial, they couldn't join in that meeting. And they were every day that was happening. And every public interest kind of a cases that is going hold or just disconnected without hearing the trial. So actually, our when the announcement was came, the what you call IT committee is there in every high court. They called me up whether you can make a virtual courtroom where the judges, the court officers, the advocates who is appearing have a bit higher privilege than others, so that the court hearings will not going into trouble. So we made a virtual courtroom, and it has the control for the judges and the kind of a court officer. They can control who can come in, who can have the trials, who can go out. Everything can be controlled like in the physical courtroom. It is not a video conferencing, but it is a mimic of the physical courtroom on the virtual world. So they liked it, and now the High Court of Kerala, most of the courtrooms are running on our platform, vConsole virtual courtroom platform. Now it is being looked by the other high courts because they are also suffering with the same problem. Using a mere video conferencing platform will not work for them in case of some kind of a cases. So the good thing with vConsole and the technology was it is highly customizable. highly customizable in the sense you can control each and every component you are seeing in the UI with the API. If students from a area, students from technology area, you may be familiar with APIs. So it can be controlled and it can be integrated to any software systems without any hassle. So that is the best thing. So we are trying to make this available to. If you look at one of the customizations happened, I also was thinking why they choose us. One typical customization I felt good was a music learning center in Kerala. It is a startup actually. They actually came to us only because the quality of audio is very fine. To have instruments playing on video conferencing is heard perfectly well on the other side. So the technology is being integrated right now and they started using it as a pilot. And that company name is Techsariga, which is from Kochi, one of the startup which is integrated our technology to their music learning platform. Because they were doing music learning physically earlier. After the COVID, they started it online and they integrated. They didn't go for Zoom because it is easy. They can integrate Zoom easily, just send a WhatsApp message for the learners. But they made a platform which is integrated with the vConsole and they are white labeled our solution and they are using it. So that kind of customizations are happening and our product, even though the SaaS, which is where we are on, which is not we are not promoting that much because we may need a huge infra and huge investment to make it like Zoom's offering. They are offering 45 minutes free and then they will charge. If you go for that particular model, we may need a huge infrastructure and huge kind of a investment for doing that, because video conferencing itself is a on the cloud itself is a highly costly affair. We may need to incur a lot of cost to offer free. Of course they are bleeding, who are Zoom and Google is bleeding with the free offering because they don't have a problem with taking $1 billion to spend on this. We don't have. That is the only problem with giving an offer for free. But the SaaS model with a pricing, I think it is 15,000 rupees a year, which is being sold to a lot of people right now. A lot of people are looking at our product. That is the story behind me. And now I do have, it's a kind of what you call resilience, a lot of years of sweat, and it is not only my contribution to the technology or government of India. It's a huge teamwork, and I think Anand was mentioning the team. I'm very much, even though I would say this product is Techgensia's, I would say it is the teamwork that Techgensia did for the last 12 years that made this product like this. And that team, if you believe, that team, most of the team members are coming from the small villages in and around Alleppey. If you believe it. And some of them are, of course, some of them, one of the guy who is the CTO of the company is coming from Bihar, and others, all others in and around the villages of Alleppey and other coastal, other sides of the Kerala. Anand was actually focusing, trying to compel me to tell this particular point, because this team, what I had, everyone was asking me, how do you manage this team? You know, this team is important because this kind of a technology cannot be learned in a fortnight. You may not be able to learn it in a day or two. it requires years of learning on video conferencing to develop something on this, to improve something on this. So you know what I mean. They need to stay with me, otherwise it won't going to happen. Even though I knew the technology, it is not possible. The team which stayed with me for the last 12 years, they made me do. Everyone was asking me, how do you manage the team without attrition? When you ask me whether you have attrition in the company, Techgentsia, if you look at it, the attrition was only due to
I think, are you able to hear? I think,
am I audible?
yes, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
in
okay,
Yes.
okay.
between
I
you
thought
dropped.
I got some kind of, yeah, okay, okay. So this is not possible with a kind of a agile team. I mean, agile in the sense, if you look at, okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I will check my network. I think
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. So agile team in the sense, if people coming in and going out, this kind of technology development is not possible. So what I did was, whenever we had problems, we were struggling till 2013. But whenever we had problems, I told them we may not be able to finish our uh, kind of a development what we were doing. So you may leave, because I told you I'm not an enterprising man. I am not a kind of entrepreneur you look surrounding. I'm not a leader also. So I told them, just leave. We will just wind up the company. I remember that day, in 2012. I told them we may not be possible to complete this, so we can leave. But my team, which was there at that point of time, they told me, sir, we know what we are doing. You don't need to remind us that this technology is unique. We are doing something great that may going to happen in couple of months or couple of years. We knew that we are ready to struggle with you because we like this technology. Those 10-15 guys were with me even today, and they are the directors of the company, right? They are the team we had. And of course, whoever joined after that, we feed that culture, we inculcate that culture into each and everyone coming in. Whenever they join, they knew you cannot leave in 1 year, you cannot leave in 2 years, because whenever they understand the importance of technology, the deep thing they are doing, they identify they will be able to contribute only after say 1 year or 2 years. They will be learning till that. That kind of a hard earned team is with me, and they are not leaving. Only one or two left, I told you. They were only because they do want to pursue their higher studies, or they want another. It is not a software job they want. They want to be academic teacher kind of job. That is the guys who left us already. And that is a team that made this product, this beautiful product. And this product have some unique features I didn't told you, which doesn't have with the Zoom and other guys. And some of them, you maybe, if you look at the screen sharing option in this particular thing, we have 4 different screen sharing options. I will tell you why. If you look at the screen sharing and you are sharing a video presentation to the webinar members, you will feel that it can only give 5 frames per second in the screen sharing. Every screen sharing is built like a technology with a, they can only able to send 5 frames per second. When you send out 5 frames per second and you are sharing a video, that means you will feel this kind of motion. And you may not be able to perfectly show a video screen to other end using the screen sharing technology. So what we made was, we made a new technology on which you can send the video to the server earlier before the meeting and just share the URL of the video. That will perfectly run as a 20 frames video like a cinema on every screens. We call it a co-watching video. It is not a screen sharing. Co-watching video. So that can also, we had a different type of screen sharing with you can just try it out later, maybe the presenters. There is PDF sharing. You can co-browse the PDF document. It is not an image that is being shared. It is a PDF itself being shared to the other end, and the participants can download that PDF and use it as their own. It is not the image, because screen sharing technology is all about image sharing. We did something different. And in this particular meeting itself, you can go to webinar mode. Zoom and Webex doesn't have a webinar built into the software. They will do it as a separate thing. And of course, I told you the legacy devices, you can just dial legacy devices into this meeting right now. And they can come with a good video and audio. The Prime Minister, I remember Prime Minister using Bharat VC to talk to the athletes going to Tokyo before the Olympics. He is using the legacy device, and all the participants, all the Olympic athletes from India participating from vConsole, Bharat VC. And that is Zoom. If you look at Zoom, you need to pay $50 more every month to accommodate one such device in this meeting. You got it? And this particular meeting room, you can have 100 such devices without any additional payment. All the active participants can be from the legacy device. That is possible. And if you look at the features, it is very rich, and we are integrating a lot of stuff into it. The R&D became in the fast pace because everyone wants technology, because government of India is supporting a lot for us, and they want a world-class product, and they don't want it to be, I told them, maybe Google and Zoom can pump billions of dollars for the research, and Microsoft, one of the important contender with Teams, they are pumping in tons of money into it right now. Because if you look at the Microsoft technology, they were building Windows and making other applications over Windows earlier. Now they are building Teams and making other apps surround Teams. Teams is like old Windows right now for Microsoft. So that is what is happening. It's a collaboration room, and collaboration will be the center point going forward. So government of India is supporting us, and of course they are giving us a lot of orders in terms of Baba Atomic Research Center, that kind of classified organizations which need a secure video conferencing inside their LAN. So that is a kind of service, orders we are getting right now, and they are supporting a lot. Of course, government of Kerala also supporting us a lot right now. They also adopted our technology as their official video conferencing platform in the name of Kerala VC. And they actually provided a kind of support to us, our development center, with the free development space worth 15,000 square feet for next 5 years. So we are providing them free licenses, but they are providing free development space in info parks for us for the next 5 years. That is what happened. That's a kind of barter system. Government of Kerala is supporting us right now. And this is a story. And of course, I knew you have definitely questions. You can ask right now. I will continue as answering my questions. I think everyone is muted, unmute, and a lot of messages came in. I think. Okay, okay. You can ask questions in chat box if students have questions, and of course, the active participants, if you have questions, you can ask. You may be able to change the layout also. That I didn't told you. Now everyone is seeing the same layout for a while.
So I'll start off. Inspiring, your story inspired me the time I heard it itself the first time, and I'm sure it'll that the same feeling will be there with all the people who are listening in. One question that I have, which is a follow up of what Anand was saying, is how do you get the young people who are you're recruiting?
Yeah,
What is it that you're looking for?
yeah, of course. That's a good question. I think I forgot to answer this. Uh, it is like a 2-3 models we are following. One model, of course, is grabbing them from the villages. That is one thing I will tell you that. But the major thing we are doing is we are getting students from these surrounding colleges right now as freshers. And earlier, directly they will be employed to the company, but that made some kind of a bit people who are coming in. I told you this is a complex technology, and they may not be able to contribute at least for 1 year. They will start contributing after 1 year after studying everything. And the people who are coming in felt that they were not able to done anything, even they are getting the salary. That kind of a problem came in. So I told them, I told team members, we will start with internship first. And from the colleges where I have connections, they started sending interns. That interns actually they were not. They will be actually studying in the college. Maybe they will be doing the final project. That time they can join the company, and they will get a paid internship from the company. They will get a paid internship in the form of, I think, government norms. I think there is internship fee that is prescribed for BTech graduates and MCA postgraduates. They will be getting around 10,000 rupees as an internship payment from the company. They can pursue the internship with their project done in the last 6 months, and we will review the process in 3 months time, whether they are picking up the technology, they are picking up the knowledge, and the project will also be a component or part of our product, maybe. So it's a kind of a live project that will be given, and they will do the project with the help of seniors, and they will get the payment also, and they will go with the project, and they can come back after the college whether they want to join back. That is in their sole discretion. We also will review the members who are doing the internship. That is one way. That is working out nicely for I think 4 or 5 years right now. And this year government has provided around 10 interns to us from different colleges, and that they are coming in next week, I think, and they will be. And of course, you can also, I think, government has a portal called Ignite, Government of Kerala has a portal called Ignite. Through that, you can also apply the internship program in Techgentsia. Majorly, we are looking for people with core programming skills because it is a kind of a programming. Of course, QA team members are there. Quality assurance is also there. Core technology skills means you should have a passion towards the new technologies and of course the legacy technologies. There is a core programming area where we are doing some important stuff in C++. I mean the audio video encoding, audio video mixing and real-time communication, everything is on C++. Above that, your scheduling, your contact management, everything is on Java Spring Boot. That's also a technology we are continuing. The scaling, everything is on cloud technologies, of course. And on the front end, what you are seeing on browsers right now, it is wrote in Vue.js, one JavaScript framework called Vue.js. And of course, the video audio communication is happening through a technology called WebRTC on the browser. Okay, WebRTC you may have heard about, because whenever you talk about video and audio on browser, it is done through WebRTC technology, WebRTC protocol. That you need to, even though you are not coming to multi-party video conferencing, if you deal with the telemedicine, one-to-one calls, whatever it, you are going to deal with WebRTC anyway. So if you want to start a company in video technology, you need to familiar with WebRTC right now. That is the only way you can do it. And of course, on the Android and iOS, we are pursuing with the native development, because it is not possible to have cross-platform technologies to be used because of the nature of the components we are developing, because it needs a complete processing power. You cannot give that processing power to a intermediate platform because we are dealing with video and audio. So you need the native power to be consumed by the device. So iOS and Android, we are going with native platforms, native technologies, native development. And other technology we are going with this kind of video analytics, which is being developed by Python. That's a kind of stack we are going with right now. And all technology platforms we are providing internship, and through internship you can enter into Techgentsia. That is one thing. And another model we are trying is through direct recruitment from the colleges as freshers. Campus recruitment is happening, but it is not a huge one. Yearly we will hire 5 to 10 people, that's all, every year. So that, but when we grow, maybe not the case. We are planning to go 500 by 2024. So now it is only 85. So it's a huge recruitment that is going to happen soon. That is anyway there. We are planning it. We are waiting for everyone to come back to office. Till today, everyone didn't came back to office. That is a problem right now. And that is one thing. And of course, another thing I want to tell you right now is we always give projects to students who want to do project, even though it is not an internship. For the internship, we will provide payment also, but for projects, we will only give guidance. And another model we are continuing is, I am running a kind of a village training center. Okay, where I'm directly giving mentorship to people who are near my area. Now it is from everywhere Kerala. Every time 30-35 students are there. They were coming out of the college and doing some kind of a skill training. And I am getting good students from there after the training. And it is absolutely free. and it is being monitored by myself, and my team members are guiding them. That is how the people are coming in. Some of them are working out. These guys are getting job, like what you call your skills uh, plan. That is where I skill acts what they you are doing. I am also doing a small bit of that, a small bit, maybe 10-15 people every year. I'm because those people doesn't have the money and capability to go to Kochi and give money to the training centers and get back to a job. That is where I am. I'm doing something. That is my social commitment. That's all. But it is not a scalable model because it has on limitations. Of course, who are coming in, they will not go away. That is what I can assure you.
So somebody is asking whether the application is having customer support.
Now the product is actually Bharat VC. The customer support and all the other stuff is being done by government officials. We are not doing that. On vConsole, yes. vConsole virtual court, yes. We are doing the. We actually given dedicated resources to High Court of Kerala to have the customer support, because advocates and all judges are logging in and they are using the technology. If they are not at all tech savvy, the new advocates are, yes, but all the aged advocates are there. The uh, yeah, elder generation is there who is using this technology, so they need direct tech support, and we are providing dedicated resources for that. But apart from that, now for I think today's program, I given a support team to help you out, because only because you may not feel any problem today because it's an event. Otherwise, it is a kind of a non-techie product. You can just use it. So there is nothing, no hassle around it, because it is a
Self-service.
self-serve product. So there is no, but in government, of course, we are not providing the support. The government of India, the support is being provided by NIC people. NIC have a video conferencing team. They are providing the support, and in Kerala, it is IT Mission giving the support to the government people. We are not directly giving the support. Of course, you need to remember, ours is a purely technology team, development technology team. Nobody else. I am the only salesperson there. If you look at me, you don't feel that, isn't it? I couldn't sell it. So that is another thing. So uh, team is purely technical, R&D team, nothing else. Even no administration. Every administration task is done by me. Nothing about it. At least once in a month, I need to write the salary check. That's all. That is the administrator task I have. Nothing else. Everything is self-managed. Everyone is professionals. Everyone knew what they are doing. Everyone focus what they are doing. Everyone go towards what they need to do. And we, of course, we do process. We do have process inside. We do follow agile methodology. We do Scrum. We do Sprint. We do everything. We do follow the latest tools. If you look at the tools in the industry, we are following Jira. We are using Jira, the tool for project management, and we do Confluence for the project management. We do Slack for the communication. We do our technology for the video conferencing, and everything is there, but they are self-managed, and I don't have a hassle till today. But I knew after 100 it is not going to be the case. There will be people coming in, there will be people managing people. Now it is not the case, they are self-managed. But it will take time, the culture, People will come in, they will think that they will have a supervisor. The supervisors will think that they will have a manager. That is not the case right now, at least in the company. It's a kind of you don't believe. It's a different company altogether.
So, how do you give the confidence to people that you can become world class?
Actually, that is a matter of self understanding. That's only the case, I think. Because do you believe the people from IIT, the people working for Google and Microsoft are coming from another planet? No, not at all. They got this knowledge only because they are exposed to it at least a bit earlier than us. That is all. I am strongly believing that because the people who are studying in IIT will get a better exposure than us. Of course. People who are working for Google will get a better exposure to the future technology than us. Other than that, there is no difference. Maybe we may get a bit delayed, but it is possible. That is what this V console shows you. This product is not less than any other product in the globe. I will tell you, if I side by side, if you look at Google Meet right now, you will not see this quality in the video. I can see your quality. I can see your bald head. I can see the light reflecting on it. That is something you cannot see in a video conferencing right now, even right now. And maybe 5G will change the scenario. I'm expecting that. Then now 4K cameras are coming in, and 4K cameras, with the 4K cameras you can do the trick. You can project it to a 4K video screen and see what is happening inside the complete, I mean, it will change the whole scenario, and it is going to make the video conferencing domain a kind of a leap after the 5G coming in. And that also we can also do. I think Microsoft is doing something on the VR to make everyone virtually present inside the conference room. That we can also do. There is no, maybe it may take, my team is dedicated to something else right now. If I dedicate the team for VR for a while, at least 1 or 2 months, we can make it before Microsoft comes in, because they have process. They cannot make it in a day. They need to follow the process. We don't need to have the process inside. We can just make it VR enabled. There is nothing in it. So I think the lean companies, the small lean companies, can make things. That is why startups are different. Why startups do something that is, if you look at the fintech startups in India, do you think what fintech startups are doing right now cannot be done by the banks? They can also do. They can do it better. They can do it best way. They can pump in money to do that, but they are not doing because of their fatty nature. That's the only case, because it is not a rocket science that these people fintech startups are doing right now. They are coming up with products which can be done by anyone. It can be done by any bank, because I have some experience with the bank where we implemented our video for a KYC system, know your customer system. And that bank was also fatty. It was outside. And what they did was they made a new bank with a digital technology, because they understood, after trial and error, they understood that they cannot integrate new technologies to the classic banking system they have. What they did was, the same thing is happening in India. Actually, Reserve Bank now given licenses for neo banks, new banks, because they also understood digital transformation is not possible in true sense for the fat enterprises. So that is what is happening right now. And as I told you, nothing in technology is a rocket science right now. Everyone can access everything. Everyone is familiar with what is happening around the globe. It is not the case at least 10 years back. That is why the things are changing, the scenario is changing, the ecosystem is changing, and everyone is coming up with a good products. And of course, I'm truly believing that India, with this kind of human resource and the capabilities, with the intellectual capacities, they can also do wonders and make world-class verticals from India soon. Within 5-10 years, we can see that from these kids who are listening to me.
I'm sure, sir. And it is, when you are speaking like that, it is so inspiring. I think at least some of the people who have participated also will take some of that energy along with them to achieve something like this. I don't know if there are any more questions coming in. I don't
Good
see.
evening, sir. Is there customer support? Okay. That I already
Yeah, yeah.
mentioned. And some question, I think one
There's a question
is
here
the
on 3D hologram video conference possible.
yeah, that is of course that is what I am trying to mention. Hologram technology till today is a bit of a studio based technology. It cannot be taken out. It is confined to a physical space right now. That is the only limitation. But you know, it's video conferencing is nothing but taking the data from one end and giving it real time on the other end. Hologram doesn't have a kind of a hindrance when video conferencing is concerned. You can just make you available. I can make me available in front of you if the technology is matured enough to handle this. Because video conferencing, apart from the camera, input devices, output devices, anything can be used. Hologram or whatever technology you can think of. Only trick is getting this data and giving it on the remote end in 50 milliseconds. I told you that is the standard. That is the technology where things are uh, getting improved right now. That means you can load a kind of a big data. I mean, now 5G is coming. That is going to offer you Gbps pipe. That means you are going to pump Gbps data to other end right now. So you can get the whole physical data changed into digital data and pump into the other side and make the physical world recreated on the real time. That is possible. Now the only limitation is the connectivity speed and the pipe you have right now. It is one, maybe you may have 10 mbps right now. If you think about gbps pipe you have, then it is possible that your 3D data can be transported or teleported to the next remote location. That is possible. So it is not in far future you are going to see technology like that. It is going to be in the near future. You are envisaging the technology like that going to happen.
I think a couple of people have raised their hands. Govind, maybe you can let them in.
Yeah, they can let them in. You can let them in. Passive participant. M. Perumal.
So we have an Anju here in our room, so maybe she can ask us a question.
Hello, Anshu. Anju is not listening to. Anju, put the phone on the desk.
Govind, somebody had raised their hand. Can they be?
I think they tried the feature. That's all. They don't understand why that feature is there.
Okay.
Actually, I think so because Perumal's video came in, but he was not there. I think earlier he actually raised their hand. This raise
Okay.
hand feature is for the passive participants to show up and ask questions. Anyway,
Yeah, sir. I don't think there are any more
yeah,
questions.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So probably then, we can then wind up. Purnima, can you come in?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. So, a very, very big thank you to our speaker, Joy Sebastian, sir, for sparing his valuable time to share his story and experiences about the building of vConsole, and also for letting us use the platform. Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to express my gratitude to Anand sir and Meena ma'am for being here and making this event a great success. We are grateful to all the students and faculty who are present here for participating and making this an interactive session. I also thank Govind and Amin for the technical support throughout the session and everyone who contributed to the success of this event. Thank you all. Also, if any of your friends are unable to join today, please let them know that the recording of the session will be available on the SkillX YouTube channel.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Anand. Thank you, Meena. Thank you, Govind. Uh, it was
Thank
a
you.
kind of Govind. Can you stop the recording and now off the record? Just and you can stop the RTMB stream so that the YouTube also will